Hi everyone. I decided that I would go live with this video today instead of doing a pre-recorded video. And so I'd like to welcome you all to the Crafty author. My name is Anissa. And today, what I want to discuss is the quilt that we've been working on, which is the disappearing nine patch. And oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to laugh or if I want to cry. So this happens in quilting sometimes. So you'll have something planned out that you think is going along and it looks perfect, and you get it on the quilt wall and it still looks great, and then you start stitching it together and it doesn't look so great. So I was working on a video earlier today, a pre-recorded video, so that I would be able to post it tomorrow, of the disappearing nine patch where I was actually sewing the blocks together. And so I got to about the third row of that, um, and had done it just fine. And then I got to the last two rows and realized that I sewed them backwards. So I actually have to take it apart now and redo it. So, and then upon further inspection of my quilt, uh, I've noticed that my squares are not square. So now they look like rectangles. So I may actually have to go back and cut my squares down. And I'm thinking maybe 10-inch squares instead of the 12-inch square. So it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it happens. So I just wanted to share with you that it happens to everybody at some point. So um I don't know why it's doing this, but for whatever reason it is. So anyway, I'm going to show you I was able to get some fabric ordered for the quilt, and I got pretty lucky, I think, with the fabric choices that I got. So I got these from Missouri Star Quilt Company. And the first one that I ordered is actually, I believe this is 1 yard of this color. And this color is actually inside of the quilt. It's actually part of that print that came with the batiks. It's called Snowberry Batiks. And so, if you would like to order something like this, if you're following along or you purchased the same charm pack that I did, then this is the pack. I'm going to make 2.5-inch strips with this, and I'm going to border that around the quilt once I fix the quilt. Um, so this will border that. It'll just be a real thin border. And then I got this one, which is also Snowberry Batiks. And this is also a color that is inside of the pattern on the charm squares that I have in the quilt. So this is going to be, I haven't decided if this is going to be a 4-inch or a 6-inch border yet. I'm still kind of rustling that around in the back of my mind. But I am going to be making cornerstones. So there will be 4 cornerstones that will go in each corner, and they're going to be pinwheels. So I will do a tutorial on that, on how to make the pinwheel with this, and probably with this one, just because it'll look really cool. So there is that. And then I purchased the backing fabric. So, and I went ahead and bought 1.5 yards of this. And this is called Jazz Orchid, and it is by Tonga Batiks. And again, I got this from Missouri Star Quilt Company. I ordered 1.5 yards of this, and I want you to see how perfect it goes with that. So it's going to look amazing. Once I get this quilt fixed, it's going to look absolutely amazing. And I'm really excited. And this is 106 inches wide. So even better, right? Because I hate piecing the backing. So this is going to be a lifesaver. So I also bought a little extra because I want to be able to make the binding to go around the quilt also from this same exact fabric. So I'm gonna be really excited when this one is done. I can't believe that it's just given me such a hard time. Oh my gosh. So I figured for the rest of the day today, I probably just need to walk away from it because if I keep going, then everything is going to, I'm just going to mess it up even more. So I need to sit, relax, think about it, and then let my creativity come back to me and kind of go from there. I don't wanna rip out all those seams, you guys. I really don't. I seriously, when it happened, I thought, "Oh my god, I'm just gonna cry." So, anyway, so that's the update on the disappearing 9-patch quilt. So, if you're following along and you're having the same problem, which I hope you're not, uh, then you'll know that you'll need to take it apart and redo it. But, um, I think it's just me. I'm just having a moment, that's all. So, and usually I can fix them pretty easily, but this one it is so incredibly noticeable when you're looking at the pattern in the quilt that you can just tell that it is screwed up and it's a mess. So, gonna fix that. So also, let's see, Easter weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. My grandson, he's 2, and so I already have his Easter basket here, and I'm thinking about pulling out my heat press, and I'm gonna put his name and the year. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jerry. Sorry, that looked like Jen because I'm blind. But thank you, Jerry. Um, I was thinking about pulling out the heat press and using my Cricut to print off HTV heat transfer vinyl and put it on the little ears of the bunny. And then I have like an Elmo shirt that I had thought about making for him as well. So I'm not certain, but I might go ahead and do that. And if I do, I might do a tutorial on probably the bunny ears if anybody would be interested in seeing how I do that. You don't have to have a heat press to do it. You can also do it with an iron. I've also heard of people doing it with a like a hair straightener. I've never done that. I just wouldn't recommend that. But hey, there's a lot of people doing it, and it seems to be working great. So. But I would like to maybe show you how I do that with my heat press since I really haven't had a chance to play with my heat press yet that I got for Christmas. So I might do that. And I need to start working on some more baby quilts. And I have a lot of stuff in the works for us for this channel that I'll be showing you how to do things. I think I'm going to mix it up though a little bit of the quilting and then with the crafts. I mean, it is the crafty author. So I'm going to be showing how to do some things to make your life easier in your sewing room, your quilting room. Kind of like when I did the little pin cushion in the tin cans. That was a really fun project. Took me like 30 minutes to make those. So that was a lot of fun. The next project that I would really like to do is a bobbin holder because I have a lot of bobbins and I'll wind them and then I have no place to put them. So like I'll just stick them in my little toolbox that I have. I'll show you what I put my stuff in here in my sewing room. Oh, it's not even together. It's pretty bad. But I'll show you. I got this at I want to say Walmart. I got this at Walmart and it was pretty cheap. I think it's like maybe $5, but it's perfect. So it has it's got a little handle at the top and then it has these little handles that you can just pop off. And this is where I keep my needle plates from my sewing machine because I have 3 of them. And then I have like my cleaning tools from my sewing machine. And then in this top one, this is where I keep all of my presser feet and stuff and extra needles and all of that for my sewing machine and then my an extra bobbin case and that sort of thing. So, but as you can see here, I have like bobbins in this little case, which is fine because it keeps them from getting lost. But it would be a lot easier, I think, if I just had like a little stand or something, a little area to put them on. And then, when you need one, you can just pop it off and wind a bobbin, or I got fuzz everywhere. Or you can keep some of your wound bobbins on there and then, use them up when you're sewing on scrap or free motion quilting, you're practicing or whatnot. So I think that's a really neat idea. I have a new embroidery machine. I know I've talked about that before. So I'll be doing some embroidery. Um, Probably the first embroidery project that I will do on camera will be for a quilt label because we're going to have to put a quilt label on this quilt. And so, what better time than to pull out the embroidery machine? And I'm very new at that. So, there's still a huge learning curve with that. So, anything can go. Seems like that that's my new motto, anything goes. So, what else is there that I can think of? Project wise. If there's a specific project that you would like me to do or explore or whatever, feel free to put it down in the comment section. And, I'll be happy to research. And if I can do it, then I will do it. Always looking for some really cool ideas. And, I'm always glad to help. And if you have questions about anything, feel free to ask me. I do try to get to all of the questions that are asked in the comment section, and I try to respond to everybody. I can't always, but I do see them and I do mark that I have seen your comments. So I thank you for that. Um, I'm getting a new ruler, quilting ruler, not like a quilting ruler that you use to cut, but for my machine to do designs. So, because my machine came with a ruler foot, and so you can make designs on your quilts with those. And that is my goal, is to quilt this disappearing nine patch with one of those. Um, we shall see. I have practiced. I'm very, very new at that. I showed you on the one quilt that I did, my practice baby quilt. Excuse me. So I think it's clear that I need a little more practice, but I will be trying to do that. Like I said, I'm not certain that I'm ready for a whole quilt. I'm more of a free motion quilter. I like to do the stippling stitch just on my own. I just find that very relaxing for me. I also know how to make some flowers. The one design that I would love to learn how to make is swirls. And I have practiced them on paper and I have practiced them on my sewing machine. And for some reason, I cannot get my swirls to look right. They're not even, they're all over the place. And so I don't know. So we'll see. That was actually the design I wanted to put on this quilt, was the swirls. But I don't know if I'll be ready for that in time, because this quilt needs to be finished by probably the end of July. And if you're anything like me in the summertime, kind of the last thing you want to be doing is messing with a really heavy, heavy quilt because it's so hot, and you're just kind of miserable. So even though I love to sew in the summertime and I love to quilt, I find that I do a lot less quilting during the summer months and a lot more of it during the fall and winter. And I'm sure that's probably pretty common with for a lot of people. Um, so there's that. So yeah, if you can think of anything that you would like me to cover, please feel free to put it down below and I'll be happy to do it. Again, you guys, I am so sorry that I don't have a quilt video this week, but it happens. So there's that. And for those of you who celebrate Easter, I'd like to wish you a happy Easter. We're going to be having our family over on Sunday and we'll be having dinner. And I will probably go to church on Sunday morning. And so, yeah, I mean, It's always a fun time, especially when you have little ones, new little ones, because my kids are grown up, so they don't do the Easter basket and Easter bunny stuff anymore. So now I have a little one in the family, my grandson. It's going to be a lot of fun because I can hide the Easter eggs again and have the cool little Easter baskets and all of that. Um, and it's really funny because last year when I went to Hobby Lobby and they were clearancing out their Easter stuff, and I was actually able to get him a huge blue Easter basket, and I think I paid like $1.10 for it, and then a big gigantic blue bunny, and I can't remember. I think I paid like 98 cents for that thing. So it was really a good buy. But my daughter asked me to go with her to Kohl's last Friday. And my grandson was there. And so we're walking through the store, and I'm like, okay, show grandma what you want. And he was playing, of course, with everything. And then all of a sudden, if he liked a toy, he would throw it in the back of the little buggy, the little cart. And I ended up buying him everything that he threw in the buggy. I was like, $88 later. So I was like, that's going in his Easter basket. So I went a little overboard, but you know, I'm a grandma. I can do that now, right? So anyway, so that's what is going on in the crafty authors world. I hope you all are doing great. And thank you for tuning in today. And I will talk to you guys all later next week. And hopefully, I'll have my fix by then for my quilt. Take care of yourselves. If you guys want to follow me more, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And also, I'm on Pinterest as the Crafty Author. I have a private Facebook group, which is the Crafty Author. I don't do a whole lot in there right now. I'm still building the group, but I will be doing a lot more in that group as it gets bigger. And so, never know, might be doing giveaways. You know, I I'm still working on that. So don't be afraid. Join me on Facebook. Go to the Facebook group and thank you, Jerry. You have a great day too. And just come on in and be a part of the group. Everybody's really nice in there. It's a safe zone. It's a craft place. So, and it's a really great place for you to ask questions if you have questions about anything that I'm doing, or if you just have a question in general about quilting or sewing or crafting or heck, anything really, you know. So, yeah, feel free to come over. Everybody is welcome. And so that's it. So I really appreciate all of your support. I thank you guys for watching my videos and for commenting and being positive. And I really do appreciate you. So thank you. So thank you very much. And I will talk to you all